Hey everybody, this is Randy the Mobile Traveler. I'll tell you what, it is hot today. 106. 106 degrees in Quartzsite, Arizona. So what I'm doing today, I'm just out here cleaning. I'm setting up the grill. I'm getting the Blackstone ready to go. I'm going to get that seasoned up. But I'm not going to show you seasoning the grill. You guys know how to season the Blackstone, I'm sure. And if you don't, there's many videos on YouTube. But what I want to talk about today, I've had a lot of people ask me, Randy, why do you go through this work? Why do you set up a tent, a meeting place, a clubhouse? Why do you go through all this work? Why do you set up a camp like you do? Well, I figure it's time to talk about it a little bit. And we might as well talk while I work. That works for me. Anyway, right now I just washed it off because it has been sitting for a few months. And yes, I used Dawn. I used water. I used a scrub pad. So what I get to do now is I get to re-season it. Fire. You got to turn it on, get it hot. Boy, this whole thing hasn't ran all year. Nice. Anyway, why do I set up a camp? Long and the short of it is, I like people. I like community. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little oil on here. And we're going to rub it in. We are going to rub it into the pores. We're going to get it just nice and, you know what, let's get a little bit more oil on there. Don't be skimpy. And that's what I was doing. I was being skimpy. Now what I do is I just move it around a little bit. And then I'm going to put a paper towel down. And then we're going to move it with that paper towel. And we're going to let it cook a little bit. We're going to let it bake on, if you will. So anyway, like I was saying, I like the sense of community. I like people around. That is, if they're, you know, like-minded. Because then you got things to talk about. You know, you got friends back home that you see periodically. Like maybe once every couple months, who knows? You don't see them very often. Out here, if you're in a camp, you're basically living with them. Now I'm going to turn this fire off. And I'm going to let this soak in a minute. And we're going to see what it looks like. Make sure you coat the sides, the back, wherever you're cooking at. There, we're going to take a break. I'm going to take 5. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk. So you have my undivided attention. Alright everybody, I'm back. So we were talking about why I set up an elaborate camp. Well, I'm going to tell you, I set up a camp for a couple different reasons. One, like I said, I like people. I like community to be around. I like to entertain. Now, just because we're out here living in a van, living the RV life, it doesn't mean you can't be comfortable. It doesn't mean that you have to stop doing the things that you used to do in the sticks and bricks, if you will. I used to have little get-togethers, little parties, little cookouts, things like this there. Let's just say this is one big cookout now. Not every night I don't cook, by God, but most time. And like I say, I like having fun. I like playing games, we play cards, things like that, and we'll just sit and talk. The camaraderie that you have. And what else I do is I try to, I'll help a lot of people. You know, I'll fix things, make things, work on their cars. And there's quite a few people in this camp that will do that. Hence naming it The Spot. This is the spot you come to. You guys are going to come down to Quartzsite, Arizona. Look me up. Come to The Spot. The Spot is where you have fun. The Spot is where you eat. The Spot is where you get things done. Anyway, you know, like I said, this is an intentional community. Y'all know what that is? People aren't forced to be here. You get to choose who your neighbor is. You intentionally turn that corner and drive down here. Intentional community. And like I said, it's break time. Blackstone's about done. We'll talk for a few more minutes. Long and the short of it is, you know how I end my videos, you know, you love one another if you can, and if you can't, you try harder. That's just not something I say. I try to make that come true every day in my life. And this community is one way that I can do it. Helping others. Help your fellow man, your fellow woman. Humankind's kind of cool. We have choices. And this is one of my choices, is to do this. So, yeah, long and short of it, that's why I do it. Because I want to. I enjoy it. I love the hell out of it. Oh, you guys wondering what I was doing right there? Check this out. Now, Dave, my buddy, he got tired of my phone falling over when I was doing videos. So he brought this little phone holder. It works pretty good. I got his spare phone here. I'm going to show you. Yeah, see, it just fell over. Thanks a lot, Dave. Dave, oink off grid. Anyway, see? It holds it up different positions. And it is 10 times or 100 times better than my little wooden one. And then he also got tired of me saying, well, when I'm cooking, I need to put a pinch of this, a pinch of that, a cup of this, half cup of that. So we brought this little cube. Now what this cube is, it's a measuring cup. It's got, you know, you got a quarter cup here, you got a teaspoon and a half a teaspoon, and look at that, that's a third a cup, or 80 milliliters. You guys can see how this dipped down, it's kind of neat. So it's called the Kitchen Cube. Get yours today. Only $9.95. No, I'm playing. Anyway, thank you, Dave. Dave, oink off grid. I like that. Now, to get back to saying what I was saying, I like this idea of an intentional community. And I've met a lot of people, became friends with quite a few people, that if this wasn't here, probably never would have became friends with them. It's also kind of a safe haven. I've had people come in here that really don't know this life. They don't know where to get water even. They don't know how to dump their tanks. So I teach them. And by the time they leave here, they're set. Just like I'm just about set to call this video. Now pretty soon, people are going to start showing up. And when they do, that's when I start doing the cooking again. My Tuesday night live cooking shows will begin. My Sunday morning live chats, sitting around the fire before the football game, will begin. Heck, who knows, I might even start that this weekend. But people are going to start showing up. This place is going to get livelier, and there's going to be a lot more happenings. So, until then, I need to go work on this fire pit real quick. I got to get that done before people show up. So break time's over. Thank you guys for joining me. Glad we had this little chat. It was really kind of a talk about nothing. But at least you know a little bit of why I do what I do. Do I need to say it? Nah, I don't need to say it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Make this world a better place, everybody. One moment at a time. This is Randy. See you next time.